Now we've got Christmas fast approaching and I thought I'd make up a wonderful piece of lamb. Now I've got myself a whole leg of lamb. I bought it from the butchers, whole leg of lamb, and what I did was I asked them if they could debone it and butterfly it. Now the idea of doing that is that you can then roll it out and you can put the marinade on the inside of the meat and also on the outside as well. So you've got really good marinade on both sides of that lamb. Now what we're then going to do, once we've marinated it, is leave it in the fridge overnight, because you need to give it like 24 hours to let those flavours work their magic. And then what we do is put it in the oven, cook it up, and at the end of it, you've got something wonderful. So give this one a go. So just to go through the ingredients, now first of all, I've got my piece of lamb there. Now in total, the weight of this, including the bones, as you buy it from the butcher, was 2.5 kilograms, which is roughly about 6 pounds in weight. So good size leg of lamb. Now, when I was up there, I've obviously got them to butterfly it, debone it. So I asked them to do that, keeps your life nice and easy. Bring the bones back, because that'll make a really nice stock. Now what we've got to do with the leg of lamb is just roll it out, and on the outside, I'm just going to use a sharp knife, put some gentle cuts in the skin, and then I'm going to flip it over and put some more cuts on the inside. Reason we're doing that is to give it more places for the marinade to penetrate into the meat and really develop those flavours. I think that'll do us lovely. And what we do next is just move this out of the way, and we're going to start making up that marinade. So for making this marinade that's going to go on the inside and the outside of the piece of lamb, I've got all my ingredients laid out. Now what I've got is pomegranate molasses. Now what that is, it's really like pomegranate juice that's been reduced right down to turn it into a nice thick syrup with an intense flavour. Absolutely delicious on your lamb. Now when you want to go and buy that, you can either buy it online, there's lots of suppliers online, otherwise go to your big supermarkets. I mean, I did have to go to a couple of supermarkets in the UK to find that, but you know, I got it and it was plenty of them on the shelf, so you can get hold of it. Try and get it, and it's a store cupboard ingredient, so when you need to use it, you can just pop it out and transform your piece of lamb. Now I've also got 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, just over 1 teaspoon of like ground chilli, 5 cloves of garlic, which you need to peel those and crush them, 2 teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper, probably about 4 or 5 teaspoons of salt. I've got sea salt flakes, Maldon sea salt, but use whatever salt you've got. And then roughly about 2 teaspoons of freshly chopped rosemary and about 5 teaspoons of freshly chopped mint. So that all goes together in a bowl, mix it up, rub it on the inside and the outside of the lamb, leave it overnight to marinate. So let me get a bowl and we're going to start mixing this all up. I'm going to start with the pomegranate molasses. So I'm using about 140, 150 milligrams. That's it. That's about 2/3 of a bottle. So roughly about 150 grams of the molasses. Now we're just going with the rest of it. There's, you know, any order you like, just pop it all in. So you've got the cumin, the cinnamon, the chili flakes, ground chili flakes, give it a nice kick. And then we've got the pepper, freshly ground black pepper. Pop the salt in there. And we've got the mint. Mint goes lovely with lamb, as do, you know, rosemary as well. I mean, obviously you can mix and match the amount of ingredients, but that is going to make a beautiful flavour to go on the lamb. So let's give it a quick stir. Once you've done that, we're going to bring the meat back, and then we're just going to rub it all over both sides, and it will be absolutely wonderful. There you go, nice. Oh, you smell that, wonderful. Oh, lovely, lovely. Right, let's bring that lamb back, and then, as I say, we're going to put it on both sides of the meat. So I've just brought my meat back. Now there's one ingredient I nearly forgot, and that's the garlic. So just going to pop that in there as well. Garlic, you can't miss that one out. That is a key ingredient. Now I've added that garlic. Just going to spread this along. I'm going to keep a little bit to go on the outside. Now, I don't mind getting my hands in there, so I'm just going to rub it all in, try and get it lovely and really in those little cracks and crevices, and massage that in. Make sure we get it everywhere. So I've finished rubbing that in. Oh, looking good already. You know there's going to be plenty of flavour. Now, next of all I'm going to do is really kind of gently just pull this together like that. And then what I'm going to do is just tie it up with a bit of string. So let's start at this end, I think. So I'm just going to tie this up. That's it, I've just tied mine up and I'm just picking up some of that mixture and I'm just going to start rubbing that all on the outside. Let's flip that over and I'm just going to grab the rest of that out of the bowl. Again, I'm just going to use my hands and try and rub it and get it everywhere. Beautiful. So I've got mine in the baking tray with a little grill. I mean, I'm going to leave that like that, pop it in the fridge, a little bit of tin foil, because tomorrow that's how I'm going to cook it. And when you're cooking it, all the juices and all those flavours are going to drop to the bottom of the pan and you can make a wonderful gravy. So let's get a little bit of tin foil, just gently put that over the top, and then place it in the fridge. That's it, pop that in there, leave that overnight, so 24 hours if you can, maybe even a little bit longer. And then take it out, let it come up to room temperature, and then we're going to cook it up tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Now I've had the lamb marinating overnight. And also, I took it out of the fridge about an hour ago just to help it come up to room temperature. Now, with any of this liquid that's at the bottom, this beautiful flavour, I am going to pour that back over. So, we can really just pour this back over the top. Now, that has been marinating overnight, so those flavours have really got into that meat inside and out. So that is ready for cooking now. So what I'm going to do is switch my oven on, get it preheated and get this cooking. So I'm just going to place the lamb in the oven. It's a preheated oven. Now, temperature wise, I've got my oven set at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 4. Now, cook time, you want to cook for roughly about 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours, but you know, check it just before then and see the juices are running clear and it's good for you. But 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours cook time. Now, I've been cooking the lamb for about 30 minutes at the moment. Now what I'm going to do is just at the bottom of the pan, just put a little bit of water in there. So keep that cooking, but that is looking so good already. Now I've been cooking for the lamb for just over an hour and it's smelling so good in here. Now the reason I'm just lifting up a minute because I want to use my turkey baster and I want to baste it. Oh, this is looking good. Again, get a little bit more. Quite useful, these things, not that expensive. Now what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of tin foil over mine. So I'm just going to gently place a little bit of tin foil over there like that. Hasn't got to be tight. That'll do. Leave that cooking, and then as I say, when it's had 1 hour 45 minutes to 2 hours, that's the time to test it and you can pull it out and enjoy. Now with the lamb, I'm just going to pull it out again just a little bit because I want to baste it one more time. Now let's just get those juices out. That's one of the reasons that I put some extra water in earlier, because I just wanted to make sure that we had liquid in there for basting it. And also, it's good if you're going to make gravy. Look at that, looking good, looking good. Don't worry about the colour of it, because it's the molasses on, or it's like a sugary sort of, that is just going to absolutely taste beautiful. So do not worry about the colour of it, it looks beautiful to me. Now, I've been cooking that lamb for 1 hour, 45 minutes. Let's pull this out, and obviously pull this tin foil off as well. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Now, I don't want you thinking, oh my gosh, that's all burnt. It's not. That is a beautiful caramelisation from the molasses, from the pomegranate molasses. That is going to be so good. Now, I could test it, see how it is. But the thing about lamb, you can actually have it a little bit pinky. You can have it how you like. But, oh, those juices are running clear. Now, I'm going to take that out. And what you still need to do at this point is to leave it to tenderise. So I'm going to take it out, put it on the table, and just leave it for about half an hour or so to really tenderise. Look at those juices coming out of there. Oh, it's beautiful. That is so good. Right, let's pull that out, put it on the table. Now what I'm going to do is just transfer that to a plate. I'm going to lift that up. Oh, yes. Now look at that. What a beautiful colour. That is a real centrepiece. Now what I'm going to do is leave that to tenderise. So what I'd say is at least 15 minutes, but ideally you probably want to give it like half an hour. Leave it, let it tenderise, and we'll slice it up and enjoy. Now I've left the lamb for a good half an hour or so, and in the background there, I don't know if you can see it, but we've got the juices that came out the bottom of the pan. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make a separate gravy, because that is going to be a wonderful gravy. Pomegranate molasses, it's got to be good. But we don't have to do it today, so we'll do it at another time. Now, look at this lamb. I don't know where to start. It looks so good and jiggling around. Oh, I'm going to start at the end here. Look at this. Let's just slice a little piece off of there. Obviously, when you cut it from the end, it's going to be slightly more done, but this is looking absolutely juicy. Look at those juices at the bottom there. Keep those. Put them in with the gravy. Oh, look at this. It's so moist. It's beautiful. Now, I'm just going to try a bit of this. Look at that lamb. Stick it in the juices and enjoy. Oh my gosh, that is melting in your mouth. Don't tell anybody about this recipe. It's so good, we need to keep it secret. It's absolutely, it's absolutely scrummy. Now what I'm going to do is serve it up with some potatoes and carrots. So where do I start? Well, I'm going to start with this pomegranate lamb. Look at that. Lovely. Oh, sweet and beautiful. And we've got this roast potato, parmesan cheese, nutmeg. It's got rosemary, parsley. Oh my God, that's so good as well. And these wonderful carrots, honey roasted carrots. Can't make this for Christmas Day. It's such a good combination. Thanksgiving, whenever you want something special, it's beautiful. Don't forget to leave the comments. Ring the bell, because that way you get notified of new videos, and I'll see you again soon. Love you all, the original Naked Chef. So good.